Make the strings louder.
What's up, guys? We're back at the shop today, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this HVAC box back together. I honestly can't even tell you guys how many times I've edited out of the beginning of my video where I said I was gonna get the HVAC box together today, and we might end up having to reshoot this and do something else because I might not get it done today. I don't know. This is stupid. I can't believe I've seriously let this thing just hold me up so bad. I mean, I kind of got desperate and I was like, I'm gonna pull one out of here, and then this one's full of poo too. So, in the last video, I mentioned that these brackets are not broken. On this, I'm gonna steal pieces off of this one, because this one stinks as well, and I'm gonna pull it apart and reference foam thicknesses and things like that, and go ahead and try to put this one back together, because this one's been cleaned. You know, all the flapper doors and everything are clean, and yeah, so anything that has foam on it, you know, I'll bend down, I'll give it a nice sniff, and if it stinks, I'm pulling it out, and we're refoaming it, all that stuff. I went ahead and I got some of this adhesion promoter for adhesive, little 3M wipe things, and I think that'll help this adhesive kind of stick a little bit better. And the material we're using for this, one of my buddies, he has an automotive shop where he sells aftermarket parts and stuff, and they install a lot of like truck toppers and stuff. So he has like a jillion of these rolls laying around. This goes in between the bed cap and the topper. So I have this, which I think this will work out really well. I have some of this stuff. I have some of this stuff. So yeah, I think we'll be able to get something done. I don't know about things like this. I haven't smelled that yet, but we'll get to it, I guess. David! I'm just smelling this adhesion promoter and it makes you want to go woohoo! Hey guys, you guys are tuning in right now from the Dave in the wheelchair TV. So I used this little adhesion promoter thing, and I basically went around all the edges because that's pretty much where it all touches. And this is my first piece. What do you think, Dave?
I don't know.
What are you zoomed in on right now? What are you zoomed in on?
Your tits.
Damn it! All right, so check this out. Here, come in. Let's give him the shot. So, see, it's nice having this box right here to reference. So I could just look over there and I could be like, okay, well that's how that goes. Stuff it up from the bottom. So look at this. So now we have a flapper door that touches. The foam touches on all sides, so it like seals it up. And there's no foam in here in the center, and I don't really think that matters, because pretty much I think you're just kind of closing off chambers and, you know, making so stuff doesn't whistle. So, and this foam, it kind of has a decent amount of squish to it. It's like pretty soft, but it's like, I think it'll work. So I guess we gotta continue. Alright guys, I got some good news and some bad news. I guess we'll start with the bad news. I'm not going to be able to get the HVAC box done tonight. I'll tell you why. We're blaming David. So when I painted them, I basically had the Supra covered up right here, and I had them laying up here like that, like on the cover. And so you can see this one right here, this one's black. And this is the, you know, normally they're like a dark brownish or whatever. And I went ahead and I painted this with the rattle can etching primer, which didn't seem to like seal in any of like the flavor. So what happened is Dave was like, hey, why do you have all that crap like sitting on Supra? You know, because you know that's probably not a good idea. So I moved it over here. And there was a nice little stack of HVAC flappers right here, but there's also two of them back here. So, you know, silly old me, I wasn't really paying attention when it came time to do the things. I just grabbed a stack of flapper doors and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna buzz these things down real quick with the wire wheel, and then go ahead and paint them. And then that's when we got these things right here. So these ones, they don't stink. Like, you could just sit there and sniff these things all day. Whereas this one, you can see it has a little bit of foam left in it. I was kind of being lazy, and so I wasn't using like the little toothbrush wire brush technique, which is, you know, shortly after I used it for these, it got covered in oil and stuff. So I need to basically run to Walmart and get a little wire brush. The other thing is, I guess this is still on the lines of bad news, is so I have all these little flapper doors that I'm currently working with, and so I went ahead and I posted a little Snapchat. If you guys don't follow me on Snapchat, it's at MotionAutoTv, and on Instagram. And I had somebody message me, and they're like, "Hey, I used that same foam or a similar foam on his." He redid a BMW, like the HVAC stuff in the BMW, and so he's like, "I had issues with it when I ran the heater because it, like, you know, like the adhesive or whatever." So I did use this little adhesion promoter prep wipe, but I do not know how this stuff like holds up. I mean, I don't know, that's pretty good. But he told me to use like super glue or something, like, you know, super glue on it. So what I was thinking is, these edges are kind of foamy. I could just kind of run like a couple little drops of super glue on the edges, and I think we'd probably be good. The other thing is, this thing stinks, so I need to redo that. Obviously, I knew I was probably gonna have to do that, so I'm gonna have to hit that with the wire wheel. So I guess we're not gonna be able to get this thing 100% back together tonight. So on to the good news. You guys are awesome. Like the tip about the super glue on that, as well as one guy, he knows of a dash, or knows where he could get a brand new dash at basically like really good pricing. So it's like, you know, better than the $950 that I talked about. So that's good news. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get a brand new dash for the Supra. The other one's in here, and it looks really good, honestly. But it's just those couple little things that are kind of bugging me. The little wave, that thing, and the wave up here. I don't know. I mean, honestly, that I would probably be alright with that one, but it's one of those things, you know. If you could get a new dash, might as well do it. And then I'll just have 4 other dashes laying around. But I'm gonna go ahead, run to Walmart, grab that little wire brush, toothbrush thing, and some foam, and we'll be back. All right, so I just got back from Walmart. I got some of this rapid fuse. It says it bonds to virtually anything, sets in 30 seconds, blah blah blah. Probably doesn't set for 24 hours. So that's how this sets in 30 seconds, cures in 30 minutes. Well, that's not bad. So kind of the plan is just kind of brush it on the edge. So we'll see how that is. This was like $4. This was $1. I know this stuff should probably work, and glue my fingers together, because that's what always happens. And then I got a pack of these brushes, because that works really well for brushing off all that crap on there. See if this stuff really sets in 30 seconds. So I think the 30-second thing is kind of a lie. I mean, it's kind of doing something. Maybe because it's so thick. Maybe if you stuck it in between your fingers, it would probably sandwich them together and like set in like half a second. But since it's, you know, it's foam and it's just kind of sitting there, it'll probably take longer. So I went ahead and I did use a little bit of the cheap stuff right here in the center. And that seems, man, I don't want to touch that. Every time you touch frickin' super glue, it gets you. Yeah, kind of where I did that, it seems like it got hard. So I don't know. I guess we'll kind of see where she's at tomorrow. I went ahead and I used some of that adhesive on the corners right there, and you can see it almost like reacted with the foam. That top layer, at least it probably didn't like it. So yeah. Anyhow, man, I don't know if I want to paint these tonight. I don't want to go home and go to bed. Alright guys, so I didn't get a whole lot more accomplished other than I baked this thing. You can see it's like shiny. It's because I hit it with the heat gun. So I wire wheeled a bunch of, or used that little wire brush to clean a bunch of crap off it, and then basically soaked it in brake cleaner, and then hosed it off, and then cleaned it some more, did it again, and then sprayed it in Lysol, and then blew it off, and then basically baked it in with the heat gun. And I think the smell's out of it. I don't know. I think that's what it is. I was shocking it. I hit it with the heat gun and then put it on the cold water, and then hit it with the heat gun and then put it on cold water. So I'm not sure what to think about this. It basically makes it firm on the edges. I don't know. So I think I have to almost end up redoing this little section, which that was a pretty easy section to do anyhow. I mean, honestly, this stuff feels really... Maybe that's another thing I could do, is I could test it with the heat gun. You can see it peels up. See, I mean, it kind of doesn't peel up as much where there's... I mean, it's definitely locked down where there's that super glue stuff. So, I mean, that's always an option. But, yeah, I don't know. I can't end up getting this whole thing together tonight anyhow. So, I don't know. I seriously don't want to make another video with without getting this thing together. So I think I'm going to try to get down here a little bit earlier tomorrow during the day, and try to get a lot accomplished with this whole box. So hopefully we'll see you then. Alright guys, just got back to the shop for the day, and went ahead and refoamed this door because I hit it with that little stuff yesterday, and it made it hard, or with the the stuff on the edges, basically the super glue. It just made it hard on the edge. So it went ahead and redid that door right there. So this one I thought I kind of got, I don't know, it still has a weird, it almost doesn't smell like anything, but at the same time it smells like something. So I think I'm just gonna hit it with the epoxy. It's 104 degrees out there today. We got this thing kicking in here, making it all humid. And David, what is this thing?
It's the thing that kills sobs.
Dave thinks this thing's gonna beat my sob. So he wanted to be part of the Swedish dad wagon family, and so he ended up picking this. Was this one on Copart?
Yeah.
And
Hey, don't talk about Copart.
it was.
Oh, people already do Copart, huh? That's where everybody does, huh?
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Freaking Copart. If you're an automotive YouTuber now, you have to do Copart. But anyhow, he picked this thing up off Copart. It has 190, almost 180 some thousand miles.
Like 190.
And it's been at the shop less than 30 minutes, and he's already putting new tires on it. I don't know why, but 189 something. He wishes it had the butterscotch interior though, yeah?
Yeah, butterscotch is where it's at.
Butterscotch.
With black carpet, not the butterscotch carpet.
So yeah, anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and hit these things with some epoxy primer, and then it'll be good. And then it won't stink. Oh, and there's this little door right here. So this thing had a bunch of foam on it. If you look at this one right here, this is out of the other thing, and it's just like a pool where the mouse crap went. So I cleaned the crap out of it last night, and this one still kind of has a little bit of a smell. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this with the inside of it with epoxy. Other than that, I think we'll be good. Maybe we'll be able to assemble this stuff later tonight. I don't know. Oh wow, Dave. You couldn't hold it? So, I just got back from eating dinner. These things sat outside in the sun, and Dave broke one. Oh, the wind blew one off. But doesn't stink. This doesn't stink. This doesn't stink. So those things are ready for foam, and I'm pretty excited about that. While I was gone, look what David did. This thing looks like a freaking new car. Almost. He cleaned the wheels. The headlights are glass, which is really sweet. So he looks like they polished them, but he just cleaned them. He like washed the outside and like is doing the old detail on the interior. Who's gonna win the race, Dave?
I don't know, we'll see how the tranny likes new fluid tomorrow.
Yeah, the dirty old Volvo tranny thing. These things are rad though. I always kind of wanted one, but I got into the Saabs. Actually, my first turbo car ever was a 98 V70 sedan, and I used to go snowboarding every weekend in that thing, doing like 80 miles an hour up the mountain pass. Not when it was snowing, but turbos. Life. But David doesn't respect the Supra though. It's a nice place for the dirty mats. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this spare.
Oh, geez, what is it? These things are interesting because you could literally seat 7 people in here. You would probably have to like take. I don't know. That's just such a weird situation. It has like a seat in the back.
Brakes.
That is weird. Let's put that on something.
Well,
I guess it won't fit on anything because
it'll only fit on like a.
it would only fit on it.
It'll only fit on a Saab or a Volvo.
Alright guys, I think we got an HVAC box. I don't know, I'm pretty damn sure we do. So you can see this one's all hooked up over here. We got the flappies. Uh-oh. Maybe we don't. Damn it. I need to look into that. And then I also need to see these ones all seem to stick pretty well. Maybe there's, I mean, I had to peel ones off there earlier. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I just need to like do the whole door or something on that. Yeah, look at that. I don't know why that did that. I mean, these ones are stuck on there. I'm gonna redo that. But other than that, I think it's ready to go together. Hopefully we don't have any of this stuff flaking off and doing any of that, because at that point I really don't know what to do. But you can see, I mean, all these little doors and stuff seem to work and seal and do all that stuff. So I don't know. Guess we'll put it back together. I mean, at least it won't stink. So that's my hope, at least. Holy crap. Look at that, guys. That is a put together Mark IV HVAC box that doesn't smell like mouse poop or pee. And all the flapper vents and everything should work, and they're all lubed up and everything's hooked up in the linkage. And we have a painted dash, and I'm not sure if I'm getting a new dash or not, but this one looks pretty. And yeah, honestly, I can't believe this thing is together. The only thing I really need to do is panel bond this little corner on right here. Other than that, it's complete. I did not steal a bunch of crap off of this like I thought I was going to. So this one, really all it needs done is cleaned up and put back in. I did steal the wiring harness though, but all I have to do is kind of, you know, crimp those back together. Oh, I did steal this bracket off the top. So I do have a good bracket. Once we panel bond that thing, this is literally going to be a hopefully perfect working box. Yeah, we're getting close on the Supra, and as soon as we get the dash and the HVAC box in there, it's doors and interior time, and then I need to figure out exactly what color I'm going to paint the brakes. I still need to put the head back on the engine, on the block. I'm waiting on the clutch. I did get my wiring harness for it. I should have the fuel system stuff probably within the next week. Basically, everything is going to be here. Tons of stuff is going to be here within the week. So I really need to get this chassis prepped and ready, kind of for the engine and everything to go in. And then after that, we can kind of start smashing on some fabrication stuff as far as the exhaust and intercooler stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking it out with me on this stupid HVAC box. I cannot believe it took me so long. I pretty much just psyched myself out on the whole situation. Dave got this thing all cleaned up and everything, and he should be good to go. With that, I think we are going to do a little race here, a local track on July 7th. It's Pueblo Motorsports Park, and yeah, we're going to do a little battle of the dad wagons. We'll talk more about that later. Yeah, I don't know. I'm stoked. If you guys aren't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. And if you don't get my videos, or you don't think I upload or anything like that, I've been trying to upload usually every day now. Daily videos are insanely hard to keep up with, but I'm gonna try my best. So yeah, be sure to hit that little bell notification. And if you don't see a video out from me every couple days, be sure to search the old MotionAutoTv. I do have an Instagram, a Snapchat. I have a Twitter sometimes. Today is Carson's first birthday. She is 1 year old, which is insane. So be sure to wish her a happy birthday, if nothing else, and maybe give this video a like for Carson, and wish her a happy birthday, and be stoked for me getting this thing done. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll probably see you guys tomorrow doing something, maybe with the truck or the drift car, or maybe the engine or something like that. But I'm tired. It's time to go to bed.